Alright, how we doing, everybody? Day 3. Early day 2, but day 3. Episode 3. Look out. So, that lady just stared me down. Yes, I'm a teacher. Well, I'm good looking. Get over it. So, tonight's weird. Tonight's a double kinda, okay. I have to go to the circus. Now, I like the fact that I'm going to the circus with my 2-year-old niece. And as well as it's also the circus that is the last one to ever take place by Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. They are officially ending the circus. I guess they're not making enough money, or there's a lot of pressure as well by animal rights groups and things like that, which is possible. Someday the circus will be robots and shit, so it doesn't matter. Or there'll be a loophole with clone animals, which probably won't be the case because they'll have laws against clones having feelings too. But, yeah, we're going to the circus. And I'm going to get to see lots of animals, but I really am just looking forward to seeing my little niece's face when she points and says, "Rrr, lion," and, elephant, and things like that. And there's a fire truck, so we're going to stop and pull over here after the people let it through in the other end. So we'll see where this fire engine goes. I did have an interesting thing today. I didn't have the greatest fourth period. That's my regular class. They are needy and they don't care, and they talk about crazy stuff like shooting each other and things like that. And I'm not exaggerating today. Apparently one of my students threatened the entire class a few periods before that she was going to shoot everyone in there, and she got sent home, suspended. I'm not sure for how long, but that, of course, is a whole nother argument. She, unfortunately, is a girl who's got lots of problems going on, and I hope we find her help someday. I don't know. She's probably going to be on the system. She's been arrested 6 times. This one, she's going to court. And this one, they're trying her as an adult, even though she's 16, because of how many times she gets in trouble. Nice girl. A little crazy. Means well, but unfortunately is not, or has not been raised to be good at education and reading and all the above. So, there's that. I have kids that sit in there, and I'm trying to remember what this one kid said today, because he's like, I come in, I do my work, and this was as he was pulling his phone out, complete view of me. The kids think I don't see anything. The ones paying attention know that I see everything. And he snapped a picture of another kid's work and said, I'll get it done. And I'm like, you just took a picture of his work, you're getting a 0. And it's for sure. But I'll get it done. I'm like, that's not how things work. And I know we had this argument yesterday, which is all the information in the world is available. Why do we make them learn it? And I don't know. Someday it'll be a crazy idea to study. Studying something will be a hobby. Something you do for fun, like, oh, I'm interested in this. Almost like a Montessori school. Maybe they're ahead of the game. Everyone says they are. These are schools that students who have, for the most part, been raised in education and to respect education get to study what they want and they pretty much grade themselves. Now, in my communist-minded classroom, everyone would have an A, which doesn't work because everything's going for the easy for them. They would do no work and then just claim that they deserve an A, which I don't know. I don't want to vent too much about them. What I will vent about, and it's not a vent, gotta take that back. What I will talk about is I was visited on accident. He's helping out the football team by an old student. And I can use his name because he'd be proud that I'm having this conversation. His name's Manny. Now, I had Manny in 10th grade. he was growing up, 15, 16-year-old kid, big kid. Definitely a kid that if you saw in an alley, you'd be nervous, because everybody's nervous of a giant black kid who could fold you up like a pretzel. And so he was passing by the field today, and now that I'm coaching tennis, he stopped and we were talking. I have to tell you, Manny and I didn't end well, and he still stands by his the way it ended, and I still stand by mine. But in senior year, I had him in I think it was religion class I was teaching then, and in religion class I did a bunch of interesting things. You can do some neat things in an elective, and I'll talk about my war class off and on here, because that's my present elective that I can get a lot of stuff done in that a normal class couldn't. But so here we are in religion class, and I'm a pretty chill teacher. I have ways of, getting the kids interested in stuff. I have fake money, things like that. All these things that you could search and easily find out who I am and where I teach, which is a bummer, because then I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but who cares? I've been thrown out of better schools. So Manny signed to go to South Dakota State football team. And when he did that, Manny changed. Now, I am a big advocate for how you finish your senior year is the precursor to how you'll be the next, at least decade of your life. Maybe a few years to a decade of your life. If you end your senior year as a druggy shithead, you're probably heading that route after high school. It's easy. You fall right into it, and there's no rules. Aside from arrests and stuff, which I've had many students have happened to them recently, and I'm not happy about that. But it's not my fault. He all of a sudden, and he says he came up to me and told me, and it's very possible he did. It is extremely possible that he came up to me and said, B, I just signed a football scholarship, full ride. I'm not gonna really show up to your class anymore or get anything done. I'll still get an A, because he was smart enough, but I'm not gonna show up that often. And of course, to a teacher, we forget being his age, and I of course forgot being 18 and set. I was like, look, you need this class. This is a GPA booster. And he says, I'm still getting an A. And I was like, you're not going to get it handed to you. And we started to butt heads. And he would ask to use the restroom and disappear for 30 minutes. And then, of course, whenever I would see him in the hallway, when I was in the hallway between periods, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing out of class? Everywhere I see you out of class. Why are you out of class? And there was another teacher that just let him leave, and it pissed me off. I was fighting a losing battle, but this was as the class transitioned in the Holocaust. We had some great fun. I'm not going to delude. For some reason, Manny he may be the biggest black guy, but I don't think he relates to black people very much. We're going to talk a little bit further about it after we had our discussion today. But he's critical on his own race. I would put Journey on, and I don't like too much of Journey, but I would put Don't Stop Believing, and he would sing it to the class. Giant black kids singing Don't Stop Believing. We would all laugh and have a great time. We were doing so well, and I don't think Manny realized that I was slowly getting more fed up and angry with him. I don't think I was being passive aggressive. I'm pretty vocal. But he definitely missed my mindset as we approached the end of the school year, and he was still pulling this stuff. And it might have been the middle of the end of the school year, like the fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. And I went to guidance, and I'm like, can we convince him he needs this class? And they're like, not really. And then he went to guidance and had himself removed from my class. And I took that as such an affront that you didn't even have the decency or respect for yourself to finish out my class. And I let them have it. I let them have it. And we parted. I don't think there were fuck yous, because, you know, we're, as teachers, not going to be doing that kind of stuff. But I think he either skipped my class or walked out of it, and I wrote him up, and this is what started everything. He said he never had a referral today. When I talked to him, I was like, come on. He's like, you were the only one. And part of me is like, good. Good, I got him. You know, that's remembered. Check. And so, yeah, we didn't end well. And I've had multiple students that, and weirdly, a lot of them are athletes that think they're the greatest. And I think I try to ground them, because the ability to make the NFL, and I have to tell you folks, I do have 4 students presently, 4 ex-students presently in the NFL, one of which played extremely well in the semifinals of the AFC Championship. Very proud to see some of them out there. But the ones who made the NFL have a different mindset.